The next question, fifth question of NCERT. A driver of a car traveling at 52 km per hour. Now what is the speed of the driver given? It is given as 52 kilometers per hour. Convert this into meters per second. 52 into 5 by 18. 52 into 5 by 18, it will come out to be 14.4 meters per second. Applies the brakes and accelerates uniformly. Applies the brakes and accelerates uniformly in the opposite direction. It applies brakes and it accelerates, matlab slows down, but in the opposite direction. The car stops in 5 seconds. What is the time? This is car 1 and time is 5 seconds. Another driver going at 3 km per hour. This is now car 2. Car 2. Speed is 3 km per hour. Convert this into meters per second. This will come out to be 0.83 meters per second. And the time interval for this car to stop is 10 seconds. Time is 10 seconds. Now what you need to do is, on the same graph paper, plot the speed versus time graph for the two cars. Which of the two cars travelled farther after the brakes were applied? Now you need to plot a graph. I'll plot a graph here for both these two cars. We'll take speed on y-axis and time, since it is an independent quantity. I'll take time on x-axis, speed on y-axis. Since both the cars accelerate, that means they slow down and ultimately come to rest. For car 1, at time t is equal to 5 seconds. Let this be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Now for 5 seconds, somewhat here. For time is equal to 5 seconds, the speed acquired is 14.4 meters per second. Let this be 2. Let's plot a little closer. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Now the distance, the speed is 14.4. Let it be, it should be somewhere here, and the time is 5 seconds. That means here we need to join. When we draw it on a graph paper, it comes quite accurate. Without a pencil, without a graph paper and a scale, it becomes a little difficult. You need to join these 2 points. That means when time t is equal to 5 seconds, this is car A, car first. Now the next one, when time is equal to t seconds, the speed acquired is 0.83. So if this is 2 meters per second, let 1 be here and 0.83 somewhat here. So this is quite, the slope is quite this. This is for car 2. This is the graph you need to plot for both these. Now you need to calculate the distance travelled. Distance travelled is again the area under this graph and the time axis. So distance covered for car A, distance for car A is, this is a triangle, half base into height. Like I am talking about this area, this is half, base is 5, height is 14.4. this would come out to be 36 meters. This answer would come out to be 36 meter. Now distance for, this was car 1, for car 2 is, again this is car 2, and the distance is area under this curve and the time axis. So half base into height, base is 10, height is this much, 0.83. Half into 10 into 0.83, this would come out to be 4.15 meters. So which car travelled farther? This is car 1, which travelled farther while before applying the brakes. I'll repeat the question. There were two cars. There is the case of two cars given to you, car 1 and car 2. Speed is given to you. Speed was 52 km per hour. I converted into meters per second. And again for car 2, I converted into meters per second. We need to plot a graph, a VT graph, speed versus time graph. I plotted a graph. And from the graph, we need to calculate the distance covered by both the cars. Distance is area under this curve. So this is a triangle. So distance will be area of triangle. Area of triangle is half base into height. Half into base is 5. Height for this is 14.4. Answer will be 36 meter. Distance for second car, half base into height. Half base here is 10. Height is 0.83. The answer will come out to be 4.15 meter. And at the end you will write car 1 travels farther before the brakes are applied. Travels farther, bracket may write 36 meter before the brakes are applied. Coming over to the next question. Quite easy. Next question. Question number 7. A ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meter. So height is 20 meter. S or H is same, that is 20 meter. If its velocity increases uniformly at the rate of 10 meter per second square. From the units you can make out that this is acceleration. Acceleration is 10 meter per second square. With what velocity will it strike the ground? You need to find the final velocity. After what time will it strike the ground? A ball is gently dropped from a height of 20 meters per second. Now when something is dropped, its initial velocity is 0, and from this you need to calculate V. We can use second equation of motion. V square minus U square is equal to 2AS. V you need to calculate. U is 0. 2 into acceleration is 10. S is 20. V square is equal to 2 2s are 4. So V will come out to be 20 meters per second. Next question, question number 8. Question number 8, it's a speed time graph. Speed time graph of a car is given to you. You need to find out the distance in the first 4 seconds. I'll just plot out the graph. This is again a VT graph, velocity time graph. 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And this is given to you. The slope is still, it increases, the speed increases till 4 seconds. The speed increases till 4 seconds. The speed increases till 4 seconds, and then it becomes a uniform motion after 4 seconds. And time interval, the speed here is, it is given as 6. This is 6. This is 2. This is 4. and so on. Speed in meters per second is given to you. Now you need to calculate the distance traveled in this interval. So distance traveled is again the area under this curve and the time axis. Area under this curve and the time axis is again a triangle. So this will be half into base into height, half into base. What is base? 4. What is height? Height is 6. Half into 4 into 6, 2 ones are 2 twos are, this will come out to be 12 meter. But you need to calculate the distance during this time interval t is equal to 0 to t is equal to 4. Next part of the question is you need to tell. Second part is which part of the motion represents uniform motion of the car. Which part of now the straight line portion represents the uniform motion. This will be from t is equal to 6 seconds to t is equal to 10 seconds, which is given to you. It is uniform motion since it is a straight line. Question number 9. Question number 9. State which of the following situations are possible and give an example for each of these. An object with a constant acceleration but with zero velocity, constant acceleration. You need to give an example with zero velocity and constant acceleration. This is when you throw something upwards. When a body is just released, its initial velocity is 0, but it has some acceleration, that is acceleration due to gravity which acts on it. So this is an example of zero velocity and constant acceleration. When an object is just released, when an object is just released, it is just released, it has zero velocity but it has constant acceleration of 9.8 meters per second square. Next, B part, you need to give an example. An object moving in a certain direction with acceleration in the perpendicular direction. This is a case. And when acceleration or velocity perpendicular direction, this is a case in case of uniform velocity. See, the object has velocity here, the object has velocity here, the object has velocity towards in this direction, the object has velocity in this direction. So acceleration is always perpendicular to it. This was velocity and acceleration is always perpendicular to it. Acceleration is always directed inwards. It is perpendicular to it. So an example is when the body is in uniform circular motion. This is all acceleration which is perpendicular to the velocity. Next, last question, 10th one. Question, an artificial satellite is moving in a circular orbit of radius 42250 km. Radius is 42250 km and the satellite is in uniform circular motion. Uniform circular motion, radius is given to you. So what will be the distance covered in one round? Distance will be circumference of the circle. Distance is equal to circumference is equal to 2 into pi into r. Right? This will come out to be 2655571.3 kilometer. Next is what you need to calculate. Calculate its speed if it takes 24 hours to revolve around the earth. Calculate the speed when time is 24 hours. Speed, formula of speed is, it's very easy. Speed is distance upon time. This will come out to be distance is 2655571.3 by 24. We'll calculate in kilometer per hour only. It's 1.106 into 10 raised to power 4 kilometer per hour. I hope the questions are quite clear to you, NCERT questions. So we'll be having a test very soon of these questions. I'll give you self-evaluation test of the chapter, and do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you for the day.